There is a new world for sports fans that many of you may never have visited. Message boards have exploded on the internet. And in Memphis, Fox 15's Kristen Talent tells us why few are as popular as MemphisTigers.org.
Welcome to MemphisTigers.org. This website message board has everything a Tigers fan could want. Access to recruiting information, insider gossip, statistics. It can even tell you what's up on John Calipari's Twitter account. Not that many would admit to reading it. MemphisTigers.org is a basketball junkie's paradise. Just ask them.
If you're just a casual fan and you want to be a more in-tune fan and be a fanatic, that's definitely a good route to take.
It's a nice little bucolic community.
I think it's a way for people to feel like they're a part of something, and you know what? I'm for that.
There's just a lot of great people, all different ages, and it's really a lot of fun.
MemphisTigers.org recently celebrated its 8th birthday. Since its inception, the Memphis Tigers have played in 4 bowl games, 3 Elite Eights, and a national championship game. It's monitored the recruiting of Derrick Rose, Tyreek Evans, and Xavier Henry. And it closely followed the minute-by-minute whereabouts of John Calipari in his last days as a Tigers coach.
You know, I want to be here. This is where I want to coach.
Did I say that?
Yes, you did.
My name will be tied to every job that's open, and our fans, I think, have gotten used to it.
Did I say that?
Yes. And if you love irony, the Megan Calipari Facebook announcement of the hiring of Josh Pastner as her daddy's replacement. Coaches like John Calipari will tell you they don't read message boards or pay much attention to the fans who frequent them.
In this town, you have the miserables, and they will come out in full force when they get a chance.
So miserable or not, who makes up this intricate web of Tiger faithful? Julie Bardos is a busy mother of 3. When she's not helping her sons with homework or shooting hoops in the backyard, Bardos spends much of her time on the fan message board, MemphisTigers.org.
Everything that does eventually seem to happen with the Tigers, I hear about first on that board.
As a newbie, Bardos is still getting familiar with the regulars.
I don't know what any of these people look like.
And picking up the lingo and rules of the message board.
They do things like rep parties where you have, reputation points, and, the more posts you have, the better your reputation should be.
But she isn't winning any rep points with her husband.
He thinks I've lost my mind.
Brandon Harris works as a sales consultant in downtown Memphis. He's the friendly Tiger type.
Oh, you can come find me, Fayetteville Tiger. I live downtown next to the baseball park. Come visit me sometime.
Unlike most Tiger fans, Harris did not attend the University of Memphis. He went to Arkansas, which is where his love affair with MemphisTigers.org started.
MemphisTigers.org was like my sounding board, and it's a lot of fun.
Much as he loves it, Harris says sometimes the post can verge on the ridiculous.
He said he had a friend who texted him and said that he saw Cal get out of a car, wiped his shoe on a curb, and walk into a hotel. And he went over to see where Cal wiped his shoe, smelled it, and it was horse manure from Kentucky. He just knew that it was from Kentucky. Which
was, of course, horse hockey. Stephen Fowler, or Strat 57 as he's known on the board, is a musician on Beale Street, an occupation that allows plenty of hours to tickle the strings of his guitar by night and his laptop computer during the day.
But I have that time because I don't have a day job, so or some people would say I don't have a job, period. But I have the time to, check in. Usually I'll look at it about 3 times a day.
He isn't ashamed to admit his obsession with the MT message board.
So would you consider yourself addicted to MemphisTigers.org?
Yeah. Without a doubt.
Part of the allure of the message board is anonymity. Tiger Beham is one of those who wishes to remain anonymous.
I took a job in Birmingham, and the first 8 months of the job, I was stuck in a classroom, sitting in a computer. I spent pretty much probably 5 or 6 hours of the day on the internet on MemphisTigers.org instead of paying attention in class.
Tiger Beham is one of the insiders. He says he's more of a giver than a taker on the MT site, and he's happy to share his opinion and recruiting tidbits.
Sometimes it's hard because you have to balance, do I, what can I post? Is this too sensitive to post? Am I crossing any boundaries with my sources?
Gary Parrish is a Memphis radio talk show host and college basketball columnist for CBSSports.com. He says there is no denying the power message boards play in the world of changing media.
It's made everything a minute-to-minute, literally minute-to-minute development. And so you get people refreshing every minute to see if there's anything new with some 17-year-old kid from Alabama.
In many ways, message boards have become to the sports fan what talk radio used to be.
A lot of tips start on message boards. They just do.
But he says you have to be careful what to believe.
95% of the people on the board don't know what they're talking about.
That statement from Parrish was used in the promotion about this story. It didn't go over very well on the board.
Green Mountain Tiger said 95% of the people here don't care what Gary Parrish says. Other comments can be more personal. South Haven Tiger posted a picture making fun of Gary's weight and his spiky hair.
I've been called all sorts of things by almost every fan base in America at this point.
The MemphisTigers.org message board continues to grow, receiving an amazing 500,000 page views a day during the peak of the Calipari job search. And hot recruiting battles like the pursuit of point guard Eric Bledsoe drive the numbers up as well. Soon the summer months will heat up, but the board will cool off. That is until a new thread pops up about the next great Tiger hopeful. And these fans will be sitting at their computers, hitting F5 repeatedly.
And one of the most fun things about a message board as a journalist, you can usually get instant feedback on your story. I'm going to go see how I did. Kristen Talent, Fox 13 News. Hey, no hair jokes like you did with Gary Parrish.